Hello and welcome to the Daily Debate. It's once again another Thursday night, and Thursdays in the Daily Debate we usually have a recap of important events and a reading and analysis into the highlights of a whole week. The highlight of the last week as a whole was the OIC summit taking place on Egyptian soil. Egypt hosted the organization of the Islamic Cooperation Summit, bringing together nearly 26 Muslim heads of states. The agenda of the talks had actually varied between more than one important item. Of course, the Syrian file, the Syrian crisis, the Palestinian case, the Malian crisis as well, promoting a moderate vision of Islam, and also other issues came on top of the list. 26 of the world's Muslim heads of state are attending, including Iran's President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, the first Iranian president to visit Egypt in more than 30 years. Many sidelines meetings took place during this important summit meeting that is actually marking an important milestone in presenting Egypt's foreign policy and Egypt's role in the whole world. So we'll be talking about Egypt's foreign policy and Egypt's role, and we will be talking about the different important files that are there on the agenda of the OIC summit. How far will this year differ concerning tackling those important and pressing files? On the second segment, it's more an economic segment where we are going to talk about the OIC promoting further boosting Islamic cooperation, Muslim world economic cooperation. So according to the Secretary General of the Organization of Islamic Conference, Akmaluddin Ahsanoglu, a good way to help better understanding among the different nations, member states of the Muslim organizations mainly, is to promote further economic cooperation among those countries. He said that we need to work together on bringing those countries together. We have already done work in order to promote the expansion of intertrade and economic cooperation, but still more needs to be done. We're going to talk about this more, what needs to be done in order to further boost economic integration among the Muslim nations, and how, in a way or another, will the different initiatives that were presented on the table during the conference be taken into consideration? How will there be a mechanism to follow up on what has been achieved and what has been discussed among the leaders in this summit? So we'll be talking OIC, the different chances ahead, the sense of cooperation on the economic level and the economic file. First, this report, a highlight of the OIC summit, and we'll be back.
Members of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation are holding a summit in Cairo. Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, on the first visit to Egypt by a leader of the Islamic Republic, is among those taking part. Historically, the OIC has been very tepid on political issues, but in a time of sweeping change within its member states, some hope the forum will grow more dynamic. Leaders from across the Muslim world gathered for the two-day summit in Cairo, with the conflicts in Syria and Mali taking center stage. Egypt has taken over the rotating chairmanship of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, and the summit participants called for a negotiated solution to the conflict in Syria. The OIC suspended Syria's government last year. Iranian Foreign Minister Ali Akbar Salehi downplayed Tehran's position as one of al-Assad's government few backers. France's military operation against Islamist militants in Mali was a source of division too. The effort was praised by Senegal, but President Mohamed Morsi has condemned it. Amid protests in Tunis after the murder of an opposition leader there, Tunisian president cancelled his plans to attend the conference, a reminder of the instability across the region. The Secretary General of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, Akmaluddin Ahsanoglu, warned against the growing phenomena of extremism and violence in a wide region of the Muslim world. He stressed that the revolutions of the Arab Spring tended to turn the Islamic nations to a new era of enlightenment. Ahsanoglu said that this summit was being held at a critical time for the Muslim world and stressed on the importance of Islamic solidarity underlined in the 10-year program of action and the OIC Charter. He pointed to the Muslim world at the forefront of which the Palestinian issue, and in this regard called for adopting a clear strategy on defending Al-Quds. The conference is giving Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad a chance to build ties between his Shiite-led nation and Sunni majority in Egypt. He's the first leader of the Islamic Republic to visit Egypt. The countries broke relations in 1980 over Iranian revolution and Egypt's recognition of Israel. But while Ahmadinejad stressed the importance of an Egyptian-Iranian alliance, sectarian differences were on display during his visit to Al-Azhar, a seat of Sunni learning. Clerics there accused Iran of interference by spreading Shiite belief. 26 of the world's Muslim leaders and heads of states are